made it to double figures, go me. So this is my October wrap up for you today. It's been just over a month since I last filmed, so far monthly wrap ups are going well. Since last video, apparently I've had a haircut, which I didn't realise was this month. It was only when I looked back before at my last video, I was like, oh, I had longer hair before. So yes, that happened. And other than that, my little boy turned 1 and started walking. But other than that, all good. It was a nice little month, I think. So today I have 2 finishes for you. We have a few whips, a new start, a little bit of haul. Yeah, we'll see where we end up. So I will start with my finishes, I think. So the first thing I have to show you is a stitch along that I've been co-hosting with Jo from Belushi Stitches, my fellow Sal Queen. We've been doing Caterpillar Cross Stitches, Deck the Halls, which was a stitch along from Caterpillar Cross Stitch 2-ish years ago, I think, which we missed first time round, so we thought we'd start it again. So we started it in June, and we've been doing this as a 6-part stitch along as it was originally released by Sally. We did 1 part a month, as I say, from June, and November was the last part. So pretty much as soon as it hit November the 1st, I was desperate to get this finished. So last time you saw it, I think I had just finished part 4. I'll pop a picture in of where I was last time. So I had October's section to do, which was the wrapping presents, and then obviously, as I say, November, the final part was released, which was baking gingerbread. So I can now show you it's finished. And I really love this piece. I think it's so cute. I love the colours, I love how they stand out on this fabric. So this is a 16 count pale grey Ada from Zweigart. This is just the kit supplied by Sally. And it's finished. Still got the hoop marks, needs ironing, but it's done and I absolutely love it. I've really enjoyed stitching this one, and I've loved doing it as a stitch along with others as well. It's been lovely seeing everyone's little finishes popping up. I think there's still quite a few people to finish, so I'm really looking forward to seeing those. But yeah, that one is done. So I just need to now fully finish this, and I'm really tempted to do it as Sally did, which is like, I think she's just backed it with a fabric and then sort of put a dowel across here and then a little hanger, so you can just kind of hang it up. So I really like that. I like the storage of that for bringing out for Christmas as well, rather than having like a big frame to bring out every year. So yeah, finish number 1, Caterpillar Cross Stitch, Deck the Halls, absolutely love it. We've been using the hashtag Deck the Halls in time for Christmas Sal. So if you want to have a look at how everyone else is getting on, please feel free to head over to Instagram and have a look at that. But yeah, that's done. And that is the 2 of mine and Jo's 2 Caterpillar Cross Stitch alongs that we did like monthly. They're both done now, so we need to do some more. Watch this space. So the next finish I had, to be fair, I thought that was it for my finishes this month, and I was actually quite pleased with just doing that one, to be fair. However, yesterday was Snail House Saturday, which is another stitch along that me and Jo from Belushi Stitches are doing. We are stitching the Snail House series from Forest Embroidery. So originally there was 3 snail houses, which we both got all 3 of because we love them. And then at the time, Forest did say that they were going to be in a series of 9 altogether. So we've been eagerly awaiting those, and they've just released the next 3, which are really cute. I love all 3 of them. So I'm sure they will be making their way into a video very soon. Anyway, so yes, yesterday was Snail House Saturday. So every Saturday, me and Jo and a few others, I know Alissa Jones is joining us, AJ Stitch on Instagram. And who else have I seen stitching these? I think Elaine, Blushi Stitcher, I think she started one. I don't know if she's doing it on Saturdays, but I know she started one. Yeah, there's a few of these popping up anyway, and it's really nice seeing them because I love these designs. So if you remember in my last video, I showed you my fully finished object of the strawberry snail house, and I was stitching the forget-me-not snail house, and I'll pop a picture in of where I was. So I think I'd got like some of the actual house done, but not a great deal. Anyway, last Saturday I was saying to Joe, I'm pretty sure I've got another 2 weeks on this and then that'll be another one boxed off. Really excited. However, yesterday, I don't know what happened last night, but I was sat down to watch Strictly, as I do every Saturday, stitching away, and it got to about 9:30 and I was like, I think I might be able to finish this tonight. So I really got stuck in and I did it. I finished this one as well. So this is Snail House Forget-Me-Nots by Forest Embroidery. And this is stitched on 32 count Belfast linen, and this comes as a kit from Forest. So you get this fabric, which if you can see is I don't know what you call it, sewn around the edges so it's not going to fray, which makes such a difference. That's my only thing I've found about linen so far. It frays so easily, so for this to be already done for me is brilliant. Yes, as I say, it comes in the kit with the fabric and the threads, which are all beautifully hand-dyed variegated threads from Forest, and I love it. I'm so pleased with it. I think I mentioned in my last video that I found this one much more difficult to stitch than the strawberries one. I don't know why, but yeah, it was much more difficult to stitch, but I still enjoyed it. I loved every stitch of it. And I think I also mentioned in my last video that I had made 2 little errors, and I think I've got away with it. I don't think anyone will be able to tell, so I'm going with it. So I have a frame for this already to match the other one, so this will be now passed along to my lovely mummy to finish for me, because she's much better and much more patient at that kind of thing than I am. So hopefully by next video I should have another fully finished object to show you there. I might have to rope it in for helping me with the Deck the Halls one as well, actually, because I don't trust myself to do that very well either. So they are my finishes. So we'll move on to whips, which is works in progress. So I was doing all the Christmas stitch alongs basically, wasn't I? So the first one we'll go back to Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and the Lucky Nutcracker stitch along, which is happening at the moment. This is released, I think there's 6 parts to it. It's released every 2 weeks. Last time you saw it, I will pop a picture in. So I hadn't quite finished part 1, which was huge. That huge tree took me forever. So yes, I wasn't quite finished with part 1. Since then, we've had part 2 come out and part 3, and part 4 was released a week ago, I think. So we're already nearing the release of part 5. But I am up to here. So obviously I finished this gigantic tree from last time. I did part 2, part 3, and then I've just this morning started on part 4, which is like this little candy cane and this bell, and then we have the sugar plum fairy over here, I believe. In fact, I can put a picture in of what the end of part 4 will look like. So yes, that's where we're up to on this one. This is stitched on 16 count white Ada. This, I got the kit from Caterpillar Cross Stitch as well. I just think Sally's kits are always so nice. They're so nicely put together and just makes it all so much easier. So yeah, that's where we're up to with this one. So as I say, part 4 is out now, and then we've just got part 5 and 6, which is obviously this bit around here left to do. Although I will say, I feel like they might be quite big parts looking at the like blurred out picture that we've seen. But yeah, really enjoying this one. It's a big stitch, a lot of stitching in it, but yes, really enjoying it. So hopefully, where are we? So November, hopefully I'll at least have part 4 and 5 done for you next time. I can't remember exactly when it finishes, but yeah, let's say next 2 parts on that one should be done next time you see me. Next, I have the Stitch Along from Little Dove Designs. So this one is a Stitch Along. I think this is another 6-part Stitch Along, again released on Fridays. I'm pretty sure this is the same Fridays as the Caterpillar Cross Stitch one. So however, it's a little bit behind the Caterpillar Cross Stitch one. So last time you saw it, I will pop a picture in of where we were. So I had almost finished part 1. And now I have part 2 and part 3 done. So I love this one. I think it's absolutely adorable. So this is stitched, again, this is the kit from Little Dove. This is stitched on a Zweigart 32 count even weave in like this grey spotty fabric, which I'm obsessed with. I love this fabric. So yes, as I say, last time we'd done most of part 1, which is here. We've now done part 2, which was this gingerbread house and little trees, and then we've just done part 3, which is this section here. And I absolutely love this this snowflake here. I think it's such a nice design. Really pleased with how that's come out. However, don't look too closely at my gingerbread men, because this is the first time I've done French knots in a very long time. Yeah, they're a little bit skewiff, shall we say. I may take them out and redo them at some point. However, the actual knots themselves I'm really pleased with. They're just like a little bit close together. But I followed Mad Morty's tutorial for this, which I must say is an absolutely brilliant tutorial. If you need a bit of help with doing French knots, definitely go and check that out. It was really helpful. So yeah, so that is parts 1, 2 and 3. 3 more parts to go on this one, and I just love it. Oh, and I also need to do the border. So obviously I've got all the actual outlines of the boxes stitched in, but there's like a border that goes all the way around the edge. I think 3 rows worth, so I still need to do that. But we're getting there, and I love that one. That might be my favourite Christmas stitch along this year, I think. I really like it. Okay, next one. I feel like I'm racing through these. Maybe not, we'll see. So the next one is the Cryptids Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher, which I know everyone is doing, and everyone is very much ahead of me, I think, but I have made progress from last time. So last time you saw this, I'll pop a picture in of where I was. I literally just started it, just with the bit of the border. And now I think there's 8 cryptids been released out of 16 in total, so they're halfway there. However, I am very behind and I've only done 1 so far, but it's better than none. So this is where I am now. So as I say, last time I'd just done this little bit of the border, and now we have Mothman in there, which I love. I think he looks great. So this, sorry, I'm not taking out the hoop, but this is stitched on a 20 count vintage mocha by Zweigart. I'm using just 1 strand of thread on this, and I actually really like the coverage of it. I'm really pleased with how it's come out. So yeah, as I say, I'm very behind with this, but I really enjoyed stitching this, and I'm really looking forward to getting back to it. I'm really trying my best to keep up with the Little Dove and the Caterpillar Nutcracker ones. So everything else is kind of like just as and when. So yeah, at least I got 1 done, which I'm really pleased with. Love it. And I will hopefully do at least 1 more of these by next time. So yes, that is that one. And if you've not seen these before, I think I've shown it in my video before, but this is such a good idea. This is from Crafty Emily's Etsy shop, and it's a needle minder, as you can see, and a floss drop in one, and I just think it's such a good idea, especially for a project like this that is predominantly one colour. Yeah, that makes it so much easier. So yeah, there is my cryptids. So yes, hopefully another, at least one, maybe two done next time would be nice. So I think that is all my works in progress, I think. Next we will move on to my new start, which is another of the Christmas stitch alongs that I hadn't got to last time. So I think I said that I was gonna start the tiny Modernist Christmas stitch along, which is called The Stockings Were Hung, Were Hung. The Stockings Were Hung. So we are racing through this one. This now has 3 parts released. So I will pop a picture in of what we've got so far of this one, because I'm quite behind, so you won't be able to tell off my progress. And then I was going to say I'll pop a picture of what it was like last time, but that would just be an empty piece of fabric, so let's not do that. So I have made a start on this one, and I chose to start with part 2, just because where I can, I like to start in the middle of projects, and so that made more sense for me to start there. So I've not taken this out of its thing, Q-snap. But this is where we are now. Oh, that's quite see-through. What can we put behind it? There we go. It's a little bit better. So this, I've just got the chimney width. Yeah, the chimney width at the moment. And I actually really enjoyed stitching on this. I'm not 100% sure about my fabric. It's a DMC fabric, which I've never used before. I love the colour of it. I think it's a beautiful colour. But yeah, I don't know. It's a 28 count fabric, which I don't tend to go for. I'm not a huge fan of 14 count and therefore 28 count stitching. So I don't know if it's that, or that it's a DMC fabric, which again I've never used before. I tend to go, well, for other brands. But yeah, I am enjoying it, and I'm hoping as I get used to the fabric I'll start enjoying it more. I find it very see-through, but again that might just be the 28 count, I don't know. But yes, that's where we're up to. Really enjoying it, as I say. It's stitched with some colour, no, what are they called? Weeks Dye Works and some classic colour works, which I don't tend to use that often. So really enjoying using those. So yeah, that's that one. I hope to get a little bit more of this done next time for you. As I say, there's 3 parts released and there's only 1 more part to go on this one. So yeah, would love to get a little bit more of that done. So I'm stitching this 2/2 on the 28 count. So yeah, really enjoy it. We'll see where we get to on that one. And I think that's actually all my stitching, which isn't too bad, I think, actually. I don't know. That's the only thing about these like monthly videos. I find myself thinking, I don't think I've actually stitched that much. And then I suppose like when I look at what I did last time compared to this time, I'm like, okay, I've not done too bad. Yeah, it was an okay month for stitching, I think. So I would like to do, let's do shout outs next. Last video, I don't think I did any shout outs for people I've been watching. I tried to make an effort this time to pick out a few different people who I've been watching, so I could share them with you. So the first one I want to mention is Laura X Stitches. She is an Australian Flosstuber. I think she's been going for a really long time, but she took a break off to have her little baby girl, and she just came back in the last couple of weeks with a new video congratulations on your baby, by the way. She is beautiful. And it was so lovely to see Laura back. I don't know what it is about her videos, but there's something about them that as soon as I see that she has a new video, I immediately go to watch. And in fact, I think she was one of the first Flosstubers that I found. So yeah, really lovely projects, a real wide variety of projects. Really, really love her. So please go and check her out. She's great. And then the other one I wanted to mention is a new Flosstuber, new-ish Flosstuber. She might even be new since I last put a video out. I don't know. Anyway, Marty from Triple M Stitching. I think she's got 5 videos out so far, and they are all brilliant. I absolutely love them. I think her projects that she does are great. Really, really lovely choice of projects. I don't know, I just really like her videos. She's doing the hello, I can't think what it's called. It's like a wreath, a Christmas wreath stitch along from, I think it's from Lakeside Needlecraft, and it's designed by Doreen Jones. Really, really love that one. Yeah, she's great. Please go and check out Marty. So lovely. And I always see her pop up on Instagram. She just seems like a really nice person. So yeah, go and share some love over with Marty. So yeah, they're the 2 people I wanted to shout out this week. Let's go into my haul. I feel like this video is very like stop-start today. Sorry. That's it. I'm finding that's the only other problem with monthly videos. Although they seem to be working for me with like, this is roughly when it seems a good time for me to be able to film. I also forget how to film. So ignore my awkwardness for every video now going forward, because I'm just not getting used to doing it again. Anyway, let's go into haul. So we'll start with some fabrics. So I'm in the Lakeside Needlecraft bi-monthly fabric of the month club. So this was October, I think it was. So I get a 36 count even weave from them, and this month's or 2 months colour is called Mottled Sage. That's showing quite light. Is that better? But yes, it's why is it so hard to show fabric colour? Let's see if we can get this. This is really not showing the right colour. Maybe like there, something like that. But Mottled Sage is beautiful, really lovely colour. Yeah, really looking forward to finding something to stitch on this. It's bugging me that I can't get the right colour. Let's go with about there. I think that's about right. So yeah, Mottled Sage, beautiful 36 count fabric. Really looking forward to stitching on this, and it's quite a decent sized piece. So yes, looking forward to finding something to pop on that one. And the next fabric of the month club is the Chromatic Alchemy fabric. So this is a monthly fabric of the month club, and I get the 18 count Ada for this one. And I think I mentioned in my last video that the colour, they like send you like a little preview of the colour, and it's like, they said it was like orange and purple, and I was like, that sounds odd, but I'm so glad I went for it. I really, really love it. So here it is. How cool is that? So I'm really looking forward to finding something to stitch on this one. Let me open it out fully so you can see the whole piece. So we've got that on one side. There we go. So yeah, really, really, really cool piece of fabric. Really looking forward to stitching on it. As I say, that's the 18 count I get in that one. And I just love it. It's really unusual. And again, really, really looking forward to finding something to stitch on that one. And they've just sent over a preview of the next month, which I think is like a dark grey mottled kind of look, which looks really nice. And really more of a, even though it's like a dark colour, it's like a neutral, so should be able to find quite a few things to stitch on it. So yeah, they're my fabrics. Other things I wanted to show you was a few paper patterns that I picked up this month. I think they were this month. So I got both from Hello from Liz Matthews. So I've got the Quaker Snowflakes, I can't read today, Quaker Snowflakes pattern, which I'm sure you'll have seen everywhere. There's this one and the Quaker Pumpkins pattern, which loads of people have stitched, and I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I really want to stitch this version, like on the blue fabric. Love it. And also from Hello from Liz Matthews, I got the butterfly cloche. I don't really know how you say that, but yeah, this one. And I love this. I really, really love butterflies. Anything butterfly has my name on it. Love it. This one, I know Evelyn from Evelyn Across the Pond has recently started this one, and also Abby from the Crafted Zen just finished it, and it looks beautiful. So yeah, really, really looking forward to stitching this one day. Love it. And then the last thing I wanted to show you in haul is a PDF pattern that I got yesterday from Lindy Stitches. So she's just released some Christmas designs, and as soon as I saw this one, I will pop a picture in for you. I don't know what it was about it, but I fell in love with it immediately. I needed it. So it's called And To All a Good Night, and I really, really, really want to stitch that soon. As I say, I don't know what it was, but something immediately drew me to that pattern. So watch this space for that one. Right, I had a question in my comments from my last video. I can't remember who asked me, sorry, I should have wrote that down. But someone asked me about fabric storage, and also about how I know what fabric each project is stitched on. Fabric storage, it's literally just a drawer with fabric thrown in. I really, really need to organise that at some point. That's on my to-do list, but very far down my to-do list. So I try and keep them in like the bags or whatever that they came in, and make a little note on the outside of what count fabric is, and I try and write what size it is as well, because there's nothing more annoying than rummaging for a piece of fabric, pulling out what you think will be perfect, and then it being like a totally different size for what you need. So yeah, that's what I try and do. Definitely needs arranging at some point, but yes, literally just thrown in a drawer. And with regards to knowing what fabric each project stitched on, I have a little book that I write all my projects in. So I write on there the project, who it's by, the threads that I'm using, the fabric that I'm using, the size of it, when I started it, all that stuff. So yeah, I usually just refer back to that to see what I'm using for each project, and I try and keep really up to date with that. So as soon as I start a project, I try and make a note of it, and as soon as I finish, I make a note of it, so my information about what I'm using is right, and also so I've got like the exact start and finish dates of projects. So yeah, that's that. Please feel free to ask me any more questions in the comments, or message me on Instagram, or email me. I'll leave my email address down below as well. So yeah, please feel free, ask away. Right, let's go to plans. I don't think there's anything that exciting really in the plans section. As I said before, I really, really want to stay up to date with the Lucky Nutcracker stitch along, and also the Little Dove stitch along. Really want to stay up to date with those two. It'd be so nice to get them two finished by Christmas. Not saying they'd be fully finished, but it'd be really nice to get them finished and done this year. That would be really good. I have, if you paid attention to my last video against this video, you'll still notice that there's two more Christmas stitch alongs that I have to start but haven't yet started. So I'm really, really hoping I can get them finished. Not likely. Get them started in the next month. So there's the historical sampler stitch along. I think it's called Winter Wonderland. I'll try and pop a picture in of where that one's up to. And also the Satsuma Street Christmas stitch along, which is called Noel, I think. I'll try and pop a picture in of where that's up to. That one is beautiful. I love the colours on that one, so I'm really, really looking forward to starting that one. So yes, start those two. Really want to carry on with the cryptids. Really need to get another couple of those done. Other than that, I think it will be December, like the start of December, and that I next speak to you, by which point we will have started Dinosaur December, which I am so excited for. So myself and Joe from Belushi Stitches are starting the whole month of December. Let's stitch on dinosaur related projects. Any dinosaur related project. I know that we're definitely stitching, both of us, the Owl Forest Dinosaur Forest pattern. I'll put a picture in of what that looks like. I'm desperate to start this one. I've enjoyed stitching on the snails so much. I just want to stitch on everything by Owl Forest. And this one is very, very high on the list. So really like it. Really excited to start this one. Other than that, I am not sure what I want to stitch on just yet. I know there is a full coverage from Unconventional Cross Stitch that I've shown before, that I might start, but I'm very aware that I have some other full coverage pieces that I've not stitched on for a while, so I don't know, and I also don't know if I have a piece of fabric big enough for that one yet. We'll see. Other than that, I have seen in this month's, I should have brought it in, this month's Cross Stitch magazine, there is 4 little like Christmassy dinosaur pieces that look really cute, so I might try and do a couple of those. But yeah, so please join us for Dinosaur December. I think it's hashtag Dinosaur December Sal. I'll put it on the screen if that's wrong. But yeah, please join us for that. As I say, stitch anything you want dinosaur related. It doesn't have to be the Owl Forest pattern at all. But yeah, I know there's quite a few people hoping to join us on that one, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I think that is about it. Yeah, that's it for October. So as I say, into November, I will hopefully see you again at the start of December, maybe with a Christmas tree in my setup somewhere. However, my Christmas tree goes there, which is in front of the window, so I'm not sure what my light will be like. We will see. Maybe things will look very different next video. Who knows? So yeah, have a lovely November. Please tell me what you're stitching on. Are you doing any of the stitch alongs I'm doing? Are you as silly as me and trying to do this many stitch alongs? And yeah, ask whatever. I would say I'm really sorry that my comments, people that commented on my last video, I've literally only got around to looking at them properly like today. So I have read them all. I've commented back on some, but I will try and be much better at that this next month. So yes, thank you for watching, and I will see you again next month. Bye.